Hey y'all, welcome back to the Misfit Mama. It's me, Heather, your guide to authentic motherhood and homemaking. And today I'm gonna do what I'm gonna call like a coffee chat, I guess, because I need some coffee and I have things to say. So what I have to say is that I really wanted to hate Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, the new series on Netflix. I wanted to hate it. Okay, I really did. But before we even get into that, let's go make some coffee. Not that long ago, maybe a few months ago, I got a new coffee maker. It's this Ninja coffee bar, and it is literally the actual best. So what I want to do, it came with this like recipe book situation that has like has 20 irresistible coffee house style recipes to make. So I want to try making these. I decided, what's even in here? Yemeni ginger forte. Whatever that means. I don't know, but sure, why not? I want to be a barista. So on these coffee chats, what I decided I'm going to do is, there are some topics I just want to talk about, or maybe something will come up and I just want to talk about current events or pop culture, what have you. Most of it will relate to motherhood and homemaking and the things that I already talk about on this channel, but there'll be just more chatty videos. And also, maybe we'll learn how to make some coffee together. Okay, the one that I'm gonna try and make today is this Mexican spiced coffee. We need our coffee, we need cinnamon, chili powder, cayenne pepper, ooh, it's gonna be spicy, heavy cream, unsweetened cocoa powder, and confectioner sugar. So I'm gonna grab all those ingredients and then make that coffee real quick, and then let's chat about this Netflix situation. So let's see how I did. How'd I do? This is my coffee, and that's the picture. Not too bad. Alright, I got my coffee, which, oh my god, it's like perfect. Ooh. A bit of cayenne right there. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I might not put so much spicy. Like, I might cut back a little bit on the spicy. It's not that it's spicy. It's not spicy at all. But like that little, tickle at the back of your throat after you swallow it, got a little bit of that. But this is delicious. I never really thought about adding spices to my coffee, so noted. Do it. Try this recipe. Get yourself a Ninja coffee bar. But okay, on to what we're really here to talk about today. Marie Kondo. And Tidying Up with Marie Kondo, the new Netflix situation. I need one more sip. Yeah, wait, I have to say one more thing about this coffee. Definitely too much cayenne. But I normally would it's like half cream, half coffee. But all I put was that little dollop of whipped cream. And it's perfect. Like, I really don't feel like I need any more cream or anything like that. So this is, you guys, who knew? First off, why would anyone want to hate Marie Kondo? I mean, who am I even? Okay, who do I think I am? But here's my thing, you guys. I've been thinking about this and trying to figure out why it is that I even have these feelings about Marie Kondo. Because here's the truth. I have not actually read her books. So all I really know about her is what I've heard about in the media, on social media, from my friends who have read the books. I did listen to the By the Book podcast where they read that book. On that podcast, they read self-help books and then live by them for 2 weeks. So I really do kind of just feel like I read that book after listening to that, 1 hour podcast. But it's fine. I guess I really just always had the impression that the KonMari Method was a dolled up version of every other, organization, cleanup, self-help book, which is really, there's a place for everything in its place. That's really what it all comes down to. And I get that you need to find the right organization or self-help or cleaning mentor that speaks the right language for you. And I didn't think Marie Kondo was going to be that person for me. There was something about the method that I knew nothing about, granted, okay, because remember, I have not read the books. Which is a feeling that I got from what I've heard, you know? There was something about it that just felt really rigid, and that felt like it wasn't going to be flexible enough for me, that it wasn't going to be something that I wanted to do. So I just was like turned off, and I didn't want to read the books. I didn't want to like dig into it anymore. I was like, you trendy hipsters can have your KonMari, okay? You guys can have that. There's just something about really trendy things to me too that is just a real turnoff. And Marie Kondo is really popular. It's just trendy. So I was like, I don't think that was my thing. But you know what is my thing? Cleaning shows. Okay, I love apparently watching cleaning shows. I love watching cleaning shows on regular TV. That's how I got sucked into watching YouTube, was watching cleaning videos. I make a lot of cleaning videos, so it was a good fit content-wise for me to watch this show. But I really thought I was going to hate it because I thought that it was going to be very prescriptive, and I didn't think that I was really going to like Marie Kondo's style. I really don't know anything about her, but I just made all these assumptions. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying it's what it was. You guys, Starbucks is dead to me. I am my own barista. Since I love a cleaning show more than I hate a trendy thing, and because, you know, my free time and my laundry were piling up. So I decided to go ahead and watch the show. But here's the thing about this Tidying Up with Marie Kondo show on Netflix that I wanted to hate. I wanted to. But it turns out, as it turns out, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just don't hate it. I actually kind of liked it. I actually watched the entire thing. I actually thought it was pretty good because I think they really did a great job of showing real, relatable families. It was a diverse group of people in each of the episodes. Diversity in all kinds of ways, okay? Just different kinds of people from different walks of life. So I really liked that. I thought it could be relatable to a lot of different kinds of people. It was diverse in also in the amount of stuff that people had. So it wasn't like Hoarders where you go in there and everybody has just like a massive amount of stuff, right? Where you can barely walk through. It wasn't like that. I don't think there was anybody who I would say is like hoarder level. There were people's houses who, if you were like, you know, just in their home, you might, if you just like walked into their home for the first time, you might think like you don't need help. But, you know, opening cabinets and stuff like that, you see that really like they're not really that organized. Like their clutter's put away, but it's still there. Like sort of the lifestyle reality aspect of it was relatable. It wasn't like blown out of proportion, right? It wasn't like these crazy circumstances just for the sake of good TV, which I really enjoyed. So I really like that they put an emphasis on the people rather than the stuff. She's not very prescriptive about how much stuff each person should have, and is really good about being like, you know, you should have how much stuff makes you feel good. Like you have whatever things you want as long as they spark joy. That was one of the things I was kind of like, oh, this is so obnoxious. Like why? What things are really bringing you that much joy? In one of the episodes, the wife had like a ton of Christmas stuff just in her house, right? And it wasn't, I think it was collected in 1 or 2 rooms, but it was, the rooms were full that it was in. And so it was a lot of Christmas decor, okay? And Marie Kondo had asked her if she had asked the wife if she was comfortable with the amount of stuff, with the amount of Christmas stuff. And the wife said yes. And she just kind of left it at that. Like it wasn't this big argument about, are you sure? Like, is that really good? And she just left it with that. Later on in the show, the wife comes to the realization on her own that it's not necessary. Like she can still get that celebratory joy out of Christmas and the decorating for Christmas without having that many decorations. Like she can still get the joy of decorating with fewer decorations. But she came to that on her own. Marie Kondo really doesn't push her. If she said, the wife said that she felt joy with that much stuff, Marie Kondo's like, you go girl, do you boo. I'm paraphrasing. So I did really enjoy that she allows for that kind of personalization, and there's that kind of freedom within her KonMari system. The last thing that I will say that I really enjoyed was Marie Kondo herself, which I really was not expecting. I really don't know like what kind of image I had in my mind about what Marie Kondo would be like, but I guess she just was not what I was expecting. She just seems genuinely sweet and kind, and like she has everyone's best interest at heart, and I just really appreciated being able to really kind of see her personality and see her come to life as opposed to just an author's name on a book. Granted, I might have a better idea of what kind of person she is had I actually read her book and not just, you know, done like the Cliff Notes version, or hadn't just completely written it off without knowing anything about it. But here we are. I feel like she's just very, she's very down to earth. She doesn't pretend like she is a super organizer at home. She's very honest about, you know, she's not perfect at home either. She's got 2 young kids, husband. She also has attachments to things, and she's open about all of that stuff. So I really appreciated her bringing that to the show as well. Last thing I want to add about the things that I liked about the show were that it was like part instructional, part reality show. So they had the reality portion, which was like Marie Kondo working with families for them to declutter their homes using the KonMari method. And then there was also Marie Kondo giving lessons on the KonMari method, like what it actually is, which I appreciated because I have heard that the books don't really spell out the process for following the KonMari method very clearly, and that a lot of people just want to know, like, okay, like I'm in, how do I do this? And maybe that's part of the reason why she even made the Netflix series, is to be a little bit more prescriptive about how to actually follow the process. I don't know, but it would make sense. Okay, so there was one thing that I still got me like, I don't know, Marie. I just don't know. I do still feel like there is something kind of rigid about the KonMari method. I think it's more of like the very specific like folding techniques, the very specific organizing techniques, like everything needs to be in a box, everything needs to be folded this very specific way, and you know, whatever. After seeing the show, I will say, like, I don't think that she's the kind of person that would be like, well, if you don't do it that way, you're a terrible person, and your house is always gonna be a mess. I'm 100% sure she's not gonna do that. And I get why those techniques are what she's trying to teach. I definitely think the folding technique is better, probably better than the way that I do it. It visually makes sense, but also I just like the way that I fold, so I get what she's trying to do, okay? I love the way that it looks, and my one thing is always comes back to authenticity and knowing that there's not one kind of person in the world, and there's not one size does not fit all. I imagine that there are a lot of ways to work within the KonMari method, and that if you were working with her one-on-one, that she would have a lot of different ways to figure out ways to make things work for you individually. At least that's a sense that I got from her personality in the show. I definitely think it's worth a watch. I couldn't hate it. I really couldn't. I actually kind of loved it. I hope they do another season. Yeah, so if you plan on watching it, if you have watched it, let me know what your thoughts are. If you've read any of her books, let me know what you think about the KonMari method or Marie Kondo in general. That's all I've got for you today. Let me know what you think about the coffee chat style of thing. Definitely try this Mexican coffee, you guys. Bomb, okay? If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to hit the like button before you leave. I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, keep it real.